We're going to have you looking down there in just a second.
When we do eye exams, specifically for the community that we target here, we're trying to help them look at information for choice versus picking on them for their decisions that they've made in the past.
I'm here today to receive glasses. Currently at this state, I'm homeless, and this was an opportunity for me to come here.
People that are on the cusp. I'm not saying that everybody is indigent, because we have plenty of people that have insurance and other things like that that come in the door, but we have a majority of our patients that come from difficult situations.
When I was selecting my glasses, I heard the doctor regarding his research on eyesight and how it relates to addictions, and I thought that was absolutely amazing.
You can't make choices without information, and information comes from our senses. And 80% of all information that you process in a day comes through your vision. Vision is your most dominant sense, and if your vision has any limitation whatsoever, you're missing information and don't even know it. And most people function on a daily basis with reactionary behavior. They function without information. And so in order to facilitate the populations we were trying to help, we started a clinic.
All right, which one of these are better? Blink your eyes. 1 or 2?
2.
I'm an eye doctor, but yeah, this is my calling. I was practicing as a private care optometrist with my own practice with a couple locations, and I started going on mission trips overseas. I've been on 28, 29 overseas mission trips. We've created a clinic in Haiti, been to 7, 8 different countries. And while doing this in the first several trips, I had people ask me in the community why I wasn't doing this in America. I started to go to nursing homes and do vision screenings and things. We first put a clinic in the Salvation Army. Word got out to the Volunteers of America, which are the owners of this building. And when we took one of their bedrooms and we created an exam room, and we started to see clients, individuals trying to move through recovery, and we started doing eye exams for them. And as we were doing the eye exams for them, their participation and interaction in the recovery was enhanced. You know you feel better when you exercise.
I know.
To talk about how are you processing, what are you thinking, what are you doing, and then showing them the differences between reaction and choice. What I'm telling you is before you've accepted the bad choice, your chemistry's gotten out of balance.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Does that make sense?
I think this is a wonderful ministry he's doing with the glasses and being in recovery. I mean, he has lots of good things to say to keep you going, to give you some tools to work with. I had no idea the doctor would speak of anything having to do with my recovery. So this is beautiful. I loved it.
One of the things we noticed in the Salvation Army, which is more of a male-based program in Houston, a lot of the guys would stand at the bulletin boards for their assignments, not getting their assignments and not showing up for the things that they needed to help with their recovery. But with the glasses, they were able to read the boards, show up on time, participate. And over the course of a couple years, we're interacting with their brains and with their recovery more than just some dedicated mantra or something. They were actually changing their pathways. We've been doing free eye exams in the Salvation Army for over 10 years. We taught the guys how to make glasses, and we taught them how to do vision screenings. And we brought that program to the Volunteers of America. And for several years, all of our employees strictly came from recovery. 3 of our employees actually got optical certifications by the state of Texas.
I think it's amazing. I had an eye injury when I was 6. I can't see out of this eye. And so I had this opportunity from Santa Maria to come here and get some glasses. And they're doing on my level of payment, and I think that's awesome. I'm not in employment right now, and so I'm very blessed to come here today and get some glasses.
I believe everybody's heart is going to gravitate to the best choice. But if all the choices are limited based upon your exposure and your experience, then that's what you're going to choose from. Spiritually, it's a mind, body, and soul kind of thing. If you don't have the structure, you don't get to work with it. If you don't have the chemistry balance, you don't get to work with it appropriately. And if you don't have those 2 to start off with, then you don't get the opportunity. We often talk in the exam room that one of my favorite words other than Jesus Christ is opportunity. Because if you don't know that there is a choice, you're not going to be able to go after it.